Okay, this reading is going to be for Capricorn. Positive energy from the universe only. Pre-shuffle the card. This is for what to expect or what's coming up from the current energy for the month of November. I did set this intent for the Sun sign of Capricorn. I don't do personal readings, so you can't get scammed. Once again, this is for the Sun sign. If you want to check your others, you can, but I do normally dominate these readings for the Sun sign, which is going to be Capricorn. Positive energy only from the universe. Only, call out to the universe. They never let me down, so we talk to them. And good luck. Okay. Positive energy from the universe only. What's going on with Capricorn? What's the energy for the month of November? Positive energy only. What's the energy for the month of November? Oof. Positive energy only for Capricorn. What is the energy for the month of November? Oh, energy is really stuck because nothing's coming out. Like literally nothing. Positive energy only. Maybe I should use a different deck. This is my favorite one though. Positive. Oh, there we go. Oh, Ace of Cups. Okay. So right now you're in Ace of Cups. Momentum. These cards are insanely stuck. Okay, Knight of Cups. Good cards. Okay. Alright. And the Five of Pentacles. That's really interesting. Okay. Bottom of the deck, energy, Two of Wands reverse. Two of Pentacles upright. And Two of Cups reverse. Wow. Overall energy for the reading is going to be the Emperor. Okay. So Ace of Cups, basically you got something new coming in, something new that you are, I'm going to say, fully enamored with. Don't want to automatically say it's romantic, but it's automatically kind of looking that way. But it could be a new job. Could be something like you're seeing a loved one with new eyes, or you could be starting a new relationship. I think it's new love, but it's also kind of fresh with the Knight of Cups, bringing in some of that emotional fulfillment to you. Knight of Cups, emotional, romantic, a bit charming when it comes to filling those butterflies. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is really interesting. Okay, because you got like you got this new love going, and you got like this romantic vibe going here with the Knight, but here Five of Pentacles, it's like normally people say this is someone who wants to come out of the cold. So maybe something got you wanted to come out the cold in the 3D sense. So what I'm thinking is you possibly experiencing a new love or a new job, and it's giving you those butterflies. It's giving you that new job feeling. You're happy, but maybe you had to leave something behind, and you want to reconcile with it, which is weird. You feel that way. And Two of Wands reverse, your bottom of the deck energy is almost kind of like you're stuck. I don't know. I'm getting lost your pizzazz. Weird. And yeah, two pentacles. Like you're having trouble balancing. But it's not reversed. So maybe you have a lot to balance. So I wouldn't say you have trouble balancing, but you have a lot to balance. But maybe that's why you kind of got stuck with the two of wands. So maybe you are having trouble balancing. And then you have the two of cups in reverse. 222. Odd. I don't know if 222 means anything for you right now and what you're going through in your life. And you got the two of cups in reverse. So you're not feeling that emotional fulfillment. Truly. Okay, so for example, you got the new love coming in. It's yours. You see it. You feeling the butterflies, but there's something missing, or you're still kind of stuck in the past on something, and you kind of want to reconcile about it. But it's not like an emotional thing. It's not even bother you mentally. It's like something in the physical world. So maybe it gave you a certain status. So maybe you started a new job, you really like the new job, but you comparing it to your old job, you're not getting the status you uh, that you're used to, or maybe even the level of income that you're used to. So you're understanding that this new thing is going to have the benefits that you want, but not necessarily as lucrative as you want it to be. I don't know if that's going to be temporary or permanent. So maybe you're reminiscing on how good your income used to look, if this is your job thing. You could be reminiscing on how an old partner used to make you look, if this is for love. But I think you understand that just because it looked good doesn't mean it was for the best for you. But it sort of got you at a standstill, and I think it's giving you a hard time on balancing what you're really looking, like what you balancing between what looks good and what emotionally fulfills you, is what I'm getting here with your bottom of the deck energy. Especially with that two of cups in reverse, it's like you don't really. I'm getting you don't want to move forward in commitment. Here now with the Emperor as the overall energy, it's not reverse. So it's like maybe you understand that you need to take charge of the situation, and maybe you need to grow up and understand um the importance of what kind of stability you're looking for, because there's the shallow stability and then there's the really meaningful stability. But I'm not gonna make this long. I'm gonna clarify. And if this pertains to a job, I mean, I'm getting more job than romantic sense. But we're gonna find out. Of course, you know your situation. Take it how it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, I'm sorry. You can check your other sign. But here I am. I'm gonna clarify. Ooh, that's a bad picture. Let's see if I can. And I low key, I want to say I have ADHD, or I don't know, but after I say something, it's gone sometimes. So I'm sorry. I won't be repeating myself a lot. Okay, so we got toxic and we got locked. Toxic, unhealthy, poison, delusional, nasty behavior. Locked, the missing pieces detached, locked away, heart can't move forward. All right, so that kind of goes into that two of wands reverse. Can't move forward. So, like I said, it's like you understand that there's a shallow part of the past that you might be looking back on, and that's kind of the toxic behavior that you need to move away from, and it clearly it's got you stuck. So that's kind of the issue. Okay. All right. So tether. retaliation, plot and payback, punishment, spirit, protected aura, divine intervention, guardian angel, and jealous, rumor, and opinion. So I feel like the jealousy is gonna go with the toxic behavior that you seem stuck to. You might even, I normally don't get this from Capricorns, especially matured ones. They're not revengeful, but maybe someone sort of put you in that. Maybe this toxic situation was bringing your energy down or bringing your vibration down, where it's not, didn't make you the person that you normally would be, and could make you vengeful. Um, and the spirit. So I think maybe like the universe or something guided you to this new position, but it's like taking you a while to understand the true purpose of why you're in this new position versus why you aren't where you are in your past. It's like it's toxic, but it has like a tether on you, okay? And you're locked, okay? So you're kind of like stuck in a way as to why you can't move forward from this. Um it's definitely given a job situation. If you can see this in your romantic life, that's fine. I'm just gonna do what's the advice. This is a quick reading. Quick reading. What's the advice? Mm. Keep focusing on yourself. Keep focusing on yourself. Keep. You've been working hard. Okay, more pentacles. I don't see any swords. So it's not something you're exactly, I think, overthinking. I think you know that I think you know what you got to do. And this is a very Capricorn type reading. I say it because there's a lot of pentacles here. Okay. And we know Capricorn is about the money. We know the Capricorn is about the stability. Okay. If anybody can balance anything, it can be you. People mostly like to give that to Libra. And yes, Libra is all about obtaining the balance, but you are the best at securing stability. Okay. Especially when it comes to money. Um, if you find yourself to be an unbalanced Capricorn, do what you got to do your shadow work, do what you got to do to mature, because your problems will continue to follow you if you do not get yourself in check as a Capricorn being unstable. Because you can put on a front, you can put on a show that everything's okay, and if it's not okay, it's just going to catch up with you, and it's just going to make that hole that you're digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And for Capricorn, that can be really hard to get out of because you're supposed to be very grounded. So if you're deep 6 feet under, it's going to be hard to pull yourself out of it. Whereas maybe an air sign can get a gust of luck and float to back up to the top or something like that. I know it's a weird reference, but so like we got that Seven of Pentacles in the upright. I mean what I say as in, yes, of course, focus on your money, but focus on what you have built. And let that keep being the motivation for you as and to stay away from toxic behaviors. And sorry, I gave that whole speech about toxicity and all that because we kind of have a lot of that here. This is like a very dark side, very immature way that Capricorn could go about themselves. So don't fall into that. If you have, get away from it as much as possible, which I think the universe is doing for you. I think they're guiding you to a more emotional fulfillment. No, it's not giving you what you used to, or this type of luxury that you used to, but notice how the universe has forced you into how emotional fulfillment is more important, and you're getting away from those toxic situations. So just focus on your money. And when I say focus on your money, focus on the long term, focus on your 401k, focus on your plan. Because when we focus on our plan, we realize we focus on what it takes to get there. And do we have the strength, or not even the strength, but do we even have the capacity? Okay, so maybe we don't have the capacity to work a back breaking job for 20 years. Maybe you understand that you want to go educate yourself where you're sitting at a desk and you just sign people in, and you're making the same amount of money as the person working the backbreaking job. The person who likes the backbreaking job is construction, but that's what they like. That's what they like to do. I know people who just love doing construction, and that's their thing. If you don't love doing construction and you're stuck in construction, let the universe continue to guide you to that new thing that you're meant to do. Okay, work smarter, not harder, in that sense. And when we work in smarter, we have emotional fulfillment. It might not always line up to the to the money, but notice that you're still getting money here. But you just gotta watch out for what's going on in the long term. Blah blah blah. And then what's the any final messages for Capricorn? And remember, we had the Emperor as the total energy in the card for the reading. So go ahead and lock into your masculine energy, male or female. Lock into that ultimate masculine energy, and that would be the Emperor. You know who you have to be, and I keep saying masculine. I'm sorry. Lock into that Aries energy. Okay. Aries has a bad rep, but they honestly, traditionally, Aries does not have a bad rep. I think immature Aries have a bad rep, but the real Aries, the real god of war, actually does not have a bad rep. And you just gotta lock into that Emperor energy, masculine or feminine. If you need to turn on your masculine energy to get through this, then go ahead and do that. Sometimes we have to do that. When we're going through really hard things in life, yes, we can turn on our softness and our femininity and our charm, male or female, but sometimes we just have to turn on our masculine energy to get through what we're getting through. Okay, so positive energy from the universe only. Anything else that Capricorn needs to know before I close this reading? Oh, shit. Okay. Anything else Capricorn needs to know? And then one more card before I close the reading. Anything else? Okay. Okay, so like I said, I'm not really getting a romance vibe. It's kind of more like a job vibe or whatever, but take it how it resonates. So we got Rosa, beautiful, brilliant, honor and protection. So I think this is like you are given a way to find the beauty in your path. And just know that it says honor and protection, but you might just be divinely protected. Ring of sacrifice or ring of compromise. Okay. So that's what I think. This like is if it's romantic to you, then take the romance. But I would say focus like if it's romantic, understand that what you're looking for in the shallow sense might not fulfill you emotionally. And I'm not saying be with someone that you don't find attractive. I'm just saying it's giving more like a status thing. Like maybe you feel like someone had a high status, and because you were associated with them. But let's say this is love, and you're with someone who doesn't have such a high status, and that's not to say that they don't work, that they don't have a good job, but they just don't have the high status that the other person gave access to you. Don't worry about that. Okay, worry about your fulfillment. Worry about in the long term. Worry about your legacy and how it's going to fulfill you emotionally. Because that's what the legacy is for. It's for emotional fulfillment. Yes, it's in a way for status, but not as much as people think it is. But this is like if this is your soulmate, if we're talking about romance, if it's your job, it's your soul job and your long term end all be all job, and you can work for 20 years and be happy, great. And this is your person that you realize that you can be happy with 20 years and you just have to sacrifice a little bit of status, that's okay. So we got watch divine timing, okay? And photos. So like I said, you kind of want to reconcile, or you maybe feeling a little bit nostalgic, but Don't worry, this is your opportunity to create new memories. Okay, so great read. I'm not gonna do how you know who this is because you most likely know who this is or what this is. But yeah, um, I would I would say this is the advice, Capricorn. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. I would say keep up the good work. Don't focus on the shallow. Focus on the long term and what you're willing to invest in for the next 20 years, whether this is a person or a job. All right, thank you.